Hello, everyone. So, as you guys seen, this is the last showing of Vortex has concluded. I wish it was like Toonami, but different. I wish it came. This was actually April, and the first Saturday that's gonna happen is actually April 1st. I would have loved to have them say April Fools. We got you. We're not going anywhere. But man. Well, anyways, let me just say how they could have done it. I mean, if they were gonna throw in the towel like this, I would at least like them to have done it the best to their ability instead of actually being lazy, putting Sonic X back on, getting Cubics. I mean, they did some good things. They actually got Spectacular Spider-Man back. They got the second season of Dragon Ball Z Kai on there, even though then they started repeating it. That's one thing you shouldn't do, is repeat it, especially if it's not even summertime yet. You shouldn't repeat a freaking series. With that said, there's so many things they could have actually have done to save their butt. Like, for instance, continue to show Transformers Prime, continue to have Armored Adventures, continue to have Lost Galaxy on there because that was awesome. Let's see. I think Bolts and Blip was okay. It was a decent show. Let's see what else. What else was there? Justice League Unlimited. It worn out its welcome as soon as they started doing repeats. Digimon Fusion, that was a good call. That was definitely a good call. Good call to actually have Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal still. The only messed up part is that I kind of enjoyed the fact that at 11 I was able to get out and enjoy the world instead of going out at noon. I think that was actually great. That was a great thing. So, well, anyways, there's just a few things that they could have done. They could have kept all the good shows. Maybe tried to get shows that were canceled, like Young Justice. They could have tried to get that. They could have tried to get Green Lantern animated series back. They could have got Beware the Batman. They could have got Symbiotic Titan. There were so many so many freaking TV shows that they could have actually have bought and risked and actually having people enjoy them, like them, and say, "Oh, good, it actually getting us money. Well, we should try to get season 2." And there's one thing you have to know about, is that without a risk, you basically might go to failure very easily. So you have to risk sometimes. You have to risk your money sometimes. Even though technically Saban is freaking rich as hell, and he actually gives money to children. Yeah, it turns out he actually gives lots of money, millions I think, to children, or a hospital, some hospital with sick kids. I mean, if you're able to do that, then shouldn't you be able to part with your money when it comes to actual real kids who would love to have entertainment these days? Sadly, Super Megaforce, Power Rangers Super Megaforce, it's not going to end very, very good. Sadly, it ends very badly. A French person, or basically a French channel, actually aired all the episodes of Super Megaforce already. And I've seen the final battle. I've seen the last part of it all. And sadly, it's not as good as what they hyped about. Sadly, it's best to actually go to the video I put down below and watch it for 7 minutes and enjoy what that fight was about. Because if you watch that one, it's better than what Saban's did, which is sadly horrible. Hopefully Dino Charge will be better, and it should be better, but man. Well, anyways, they could have got Haunting Hour. That would have been cool. Hopefully I did say Beware the Batman. They could have got so many freaking TV shows, even though it's risky, but they did risky. They they allowed a risk for Power Rangers. They allowed a risk for VR Troopers. They allowed a risk for Mask Rider, even though Mask Rider sucks anyways. And they did a freaking risk on Big Bad Beetleborgs. There's so many risks they took, and they actually blossomed very, very well. So it's kind of like, not only that, but Digimon Fusion, I think that was a risk, and they actually were going to translate every single episode, and it was doing good. As soon as they actually put it on basic cable, it was doing very, very good. Unlike what they did with prior to, heck, even Disney tried to actually do Digimon Extros Wars, or aka Digimon Fusion, but they called it Digimon Fusion Battles, but it didn't do very, very good. It actually got canceled very easily. That's one thing they should know, is that when it comes to satellite versus basic cable is the best thing to go on. Which, when I mean about basic cable, I meant actually broadcast television. But anyways, it started off well. Vortex started off very, very well, and then it got a little bit better. But then, as soon as they brought Sonic in, that allowed them to be lazy as hell. That allowed them to actually slack off and say, we'll repeat things. Because that's one thing that was happening with freaking 4Kids TV, or CW 4Kids TV, is the fact that they kept on repeating and repeating and repeating. And because they were repeating the channels, repeating all of the series over and over and over again, kids might have stopped watching. Kids might have just said screw it. So it's kind of like, yeah, you could have saved yourself if you didn't keep repeating things. There was one show called Tai Chi Chasers. I would have loved for you to finish that series because it got cut off before they finished it. So, Vortex is gone. Prepare for Magnificent 6 or Magnificent Saturday, where you get nothing but EI things because that's what CBS thinks kids need these days. So yeah, it looks like if there was a secret plan that was called Get Out and Be a Player, chances are it might be this. The fact that they put nothing on TV on Saturdays, so kids will actually just go out and play Saturday instead of actually being at home watching TV. So if that was their secret plan, they did a perfect job, because now CW is completely meaningless. Heck, I'm kind of shocked that ABC didn't come back, because with all they have on freaking satellite right now for Disney XDs, they could actually simply use that. They could simply use all those shows that they have and make so many kids watch, because yeah. So I'll just end with this saying, Vortex, you are supposed to be Saban's redemption. You're supposed to be the redemption of what they did to Fox Kids, which, long story short, is because that Saban's basically bought the Family Channel and turned the Family Channel into Fox Family. But because of he did it and he didn't even use his own money to help back that up, it basically became nothing but oops. And to save them from being in bankruptcy or losing money, they had no choice but to freaking backstab Fox Kids in the back, making them sell all of their archives and the channel. And the time slot became open just because he made the mistake of saying Fox Family would be a great channel and they would get lots of money from it, which I think they actually did. It was a very, very cool channel. It's just sad that he didn't really bail them out. Instead, he actually just allowed them to get under the road. But anyways, that's all I have to say. And it's sad that his redemption has been canceled. But hopefully someday he might actually, again, make up for what he did to Fox Kids. But anyways, I'm webbing out. Thank you for listening, and be here for more. I'm out. Peace.